So the beginning of Ultimate is slightly disputed, but the accepted story right now is that in the late 60s, there was an Amherst College student named Jared Cass, and he and his buddies used to play a game with a Frisbee in the field above Memorial Hill. And they kind of pulled together some kind of football type game, and you had to score in the end zone, and he remembered leaping up and grabbing the disc in the end zone and said to himself, "This is the ultimate sport." That following summer, Jared Cass was hired as a counselor at a high school camp up in Northfield, Mount Hermon. And he wanted to get the kids interested in doing something that would break down the cliques that were already forming. So he got them all out there and taught them this game that supposedly he called Ultimate, or was very similar to Ultimate. And in that group of high school kids was a kid named Joel Silver. And Joel Silver brought that back to Columbia High School in Maplewood, New Jersey. And he became entranced with the game, and he and his buddies came up with the first set of rules, and it was kind of like the anti-sport. And they were the ones that really developed it. You know, Jared Cass, after introducing it to those kids, really did nothing more with it. That's why Columbia High School in Maplewood, New Jersey, is credited with developing the sport, which I think is totally fair. But supposedly the nugget of the idea came from Jared Cass from Amherst College.
What we're seeing now is that the biggest growth in Ultimate is at the high school and younger level, certainly in the last 10 years and in the last couple of years particularly. In Massachusetts, there's over 100 high school teams now, and 10 years ago there were maybe a dozen high school teams. And that's happening because more and more people, it's becoming more noticeable at the college level, and kids have older siblings maybe, and they start to hear about and are interested in playing, and it's kind of pressure upward from the kids to the adults and to the schools to allow them to have teams.
The high school teams, both the boys and the girls team, have had considerable success in the 90s and in this decade. And many of our players have played at world championships and won gold medals, and we've won national championships. I coach the boys varsity team. And I think one of the biggest distinction between the success of our program and the success of other programs is that playing Ultimate has become institutionalized at a young age. And these players coming up don't even remember when they learned how to throw the disc from both sides of the body, much in the same way that no one really remembers when they learned how to throw a ball. So I think that the fact that we have so many players, so many children playing at such a young age benefits the middle school and high school program, and certainly the college and club teams in the area.
I like Frisbee because it's a team sport. Like I swam like very competitively in high school, and I ran, and those are all very individual sports. Like you're kind of racing your own times, and I just like the idea of like being with a team, and you literally need everyone to be on the same page, because you can't play if not everyone on the field. So there's 7 on the field are on the same page, then it's like playing a man down. So it's like playing 6 on 7. So you really need everyone contributing, and I really like that because I don't know, it made me feel more part of something. It also made me want to like work to get better more than I would if I was just trying to beat my own time.
It's an important thing for me is it's another outlet for people, another kind of athletic endeavor to get involved in. And the more the better, the more exercise people get, the more they're away from the video games and the computers and out running around, the better. It's a different kind of outlet because of the empowerment that the players have, the fact that when kids play, they need to understand the rules, they call the fouls, that sort of thing. So there's a little more ownership of the game than there are in other games. And in the other sports, there's a little more, you follow what the coach says, it's very structured, you do what the referees say. And in Ultimate, you have to take more responsibility. And certainly I see at the middle school level, the kids love that and they really embrace it, and it's something that's important to them.
It is an athletic sport, but it also has the spirit of the game aspect to it, which is basically you're supposed to play competitively, but it's not at the expense of sportsmanship. And the community for Ultimate Frisbee is really strong, and whenever you meet someone else who plays Ultimate Frisbee, they'll really be welcoming and friendly to you right away.